Okay guys, welcome to the Jets franchise. This will be one of two franchises we'll have on this channel. The Chargers one will be starting probably Saturday is the plan right now. So for those of you who have not seen me do rebuilds before this point, I always pick two franchises to do. Normally one is the Chargers, being a Chargers fan myself, and then one being a team that's either always been struggling or just hasn't seemed to have the pieces that they haven't struggled to make it to the big game. 2 years ago, it was the Bears or the Vikings, and then the year before that was whichever one that year wasn't. This year we're going to go with the, I don't know what just happened. I just exited out of the franchise. No, I just went to standings. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so as you guys may know, the Jets are and have been one of the consistently worst teams in the NFL. That's what once we get to them in the lineup. So first off, we're going to start off with Zach Wilson, obviously rookie quarterback drafted this year to take over for Sam Darnold, who is now playing on the team we're actually facing today. Wilson is obviously a starter player or better. He has 94 throw power, great starting point. He has great deep accuracy, middle and short needs a small bit of work. Throw on the run's pretty good. He has 83 speed, so won't burn you on the ground too bad. But he'll be QB1 for at least one season. Then we have Jonathan Taylor, who we traded with the Colts to obtain here. He's a good receiving back, I believe, is what he's good at. Yeah, he has 71 catching. That's not too bad. 93 speed, 92 excel, 84 agility. This is a pretty good RB1 comparatively to who we had before, which I think was either this guy or he was like a 75. The wide receivers are as they are in real life. Corey Davis, Jamison Crowder, Elijah Moore, Cole Jr., who we are going to go ahead and see if there's any type of value to Keenan Cole Sr. and see what we can get in return. Okay, so the Browns are one of the teams that I'll definitely be willing to trade with. We have a good left side of the line, good center, good guard. However, the guard and right tackle positions are pretty old, so that's what we're going to look to get in trade here. Maybe trade with the Bucks. They have a pretty good line, if I remember correctly. Tristan Wirfs, their one of their picks from last season, is obviously there. We might go ahead and see if we can make a run at him. If we get And as soon as we find a trade candidate for Keenan Cole, we're going to head into the first game of the year against the Carolina Panthers. So right tackle, I don't know why I left guards. I need Rick Wagner is not the deal there. Brennan Sheriff, though he's good, is significantly more expensive than we'd like someone to be. We could go after a tight end, I guess, but they would need to have a pretty high blocking stats for us to think that would be a good idea. Are these default rosters here? If so, we might have a tight end option here. Luke Farrell, nope, we're not going to go with him. LA Rams, they have Tyler Higbee, I believe. Yeah, they have Tyler Higbee. We'll see how well this goes. I'm pretty sure this will go straight up. Well, actually, you lose about another million in cap by doing this, but that works out for us. We get Tyler Higbee. That's a big upgrade to a roster that desperately needed a proven number one tight end, and that allows Elijah Moore to now be in the slot. Tyler Higbee and Tyler Kroft make up our tight ends. Morgan Moses, Lewis, Connor McGovern, Vega Tucker, and Mekhi Becton make up our O-line, which we will not be upgrading, I guess, today. We have Carl Lawson, Quentin Nelson, Sheldon Rankins, Franklin Myers, and then we have this Fatsua guy here. Hull and Austin make up our corner, so we'll probably need an upgrade there. Austin Davis, we are going to... How old are you? Marcus Joyner's 30, so we're going to go ahead and trade him and see if we can upgrade a position of need, which will probably be corner, but if there's no... There probably won't be any interest in this guy, so there was actually 100% no interest in that guy. Joyner will probably have to be thrown into a deal at the end of the season. We desperately need a corner here, but there's not really anyone we can get rid of in the meantime that isn't going to at least do some good for us. I guess we could get rid of Sheldon Rankins. He's a year older than this guy, is only 2 overall higher, and is worth double how much the other guy's worth, so we're going to see if we can find a corner here. The Bucks, pretty sure they have a corner that we can use. Jamal Dean, 24. Sean Murphy Bunting, also 24. Carlton Davis, also 24. We're going to get Jamal Dean. Actually, no, he's normally a year 1 free agent, so we're not going to do that. We're actually going to try to get Carlton Davis III here. That's very close to being a done deal, so we'll go ahead and see what pick we'll use in order to get him. Maybe a 6th rounder, perhaps, and that was accepted. So we got a new cornerback 1, thankfully, because we desperately needed him. We have Marcus May, obviously, at 1 safety. We're going to throw LaMarcus Joyner up on the trade block, and when we sim, we'll see if there's anyone who's interested in his services for some picks. Blake Cashman, Davis, and C.J. Mosley make up the linebacking core, and with Carlton Davis, our corners look much better. Brandon Mann and Justin Tucker make up the special teamers. Now, I did adjust the sliders. I took about 5 to 10 off of a few and then added 5 to 10 to the ones I know for a fact are super bad when you play. And then we're playing on all Madden sliders, so even with those adjustments, God knows if it'll actually help anything. But with that being said, before we start, let me show you guys what the amount of time that each game will be played, and give me 1 second actually. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. It's all Madden, obviously. And then we have 8-minute quarters. Now, if it seems like it gets out of hand on one end or another, if we're up by like 21 or more or something like that, we'll sim. If they're up by 21 or more, we'll probably end up simming the rest. But let's go ahead and see if we can get into the first win of the season here. Alright, so we are a 7-9 to their 77. The trades probably made a big improvement on that. And okay, I had to pull up my live stream here because I wanted to make sure that it was actually still live and didn't cut out. You guys didn't see it, but a little thing comes up in the corner that said that the strength of the Wi-Fi might not be able to stream this, so I wanted to make sure it was still streaming it and it didn't just, like, you know, lag out, basically. But, as you can see, we have to deal with CMC today. We have to deal with Deontay Jackson, I guess. We gotta deal with Brian Burns offensively. We gotta deal with Sam Darnold. Robbie Anderson, I think, is somebody who's on this roster too. Today, so let's see how long this will take us to do this. Okay, here we go. We receive, and we'll just call this a fair catch. No need to take any risks here.
The Jets about set to go on offense.
Here comes our quarterback, Zach Wilson. 75 overall, 94 throw power, 80 medium accuracy, 70 awareness. So we're going to need him to carry the load quite a bit. We did get Jonathan Taylor, so at least he has a more competent runner next to him. But he's also not a game breaker, so we'll still need to rely heavily on Zach Wilson. And let me real quick go ahead and turn the volume down a little bit on the announcer so you can hear me a little bit better. I think I gotta adjust that to where it'll fit on both here as well as streaming when I get to that. We're gonna just turn master volume down to 44. See if that helps us any. Yeah, that definitely helps. Okay. So let's see if we can get something good going here. Going to have Higbee coming across, the running back's going to be blocking, and then we're going to send Crowder deep for no other reason, so that one guy at least has to go deeper and they run with him. We're going to get to Higbee, unfortunately no gain, which will lead to third down and 5.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Charles will take a look there at the drive class for
looking, and he had space, but I didn't want to throw it on the run, so we're just going to run out of bounds here, get the first down, and we are up to the 36-yard line here. Shotgun, handoff, runs up the middle, and 4-yard gain by Carter there, who I believe is like a rookie or like a second-year guy. I don't know exactly where or when he came into the league, but I definitely don't remember his name that often, so I don't think he's in the league for that long. That gets us another yard for Taylor, so we'll still need the quarterback to play well, but with the team surrounding him, he's still not quite set up for a lot of success, and we're just going to go ahead and run that one. They gave us a wide open look there to run, so why not just take that?
Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
We've gotten it to Higbee, but that's...
A throw to the flat for Carter.
Carter gets us to the 43, nice 5-yard gain, I think that was.
So the completion there from Zach Wilson, rookie out of BYU. Charles, what do you think?
Let's see if we can get a Tate or Mark Carter. Yeah, Carter. Carter here, a first down run, and we do. He actually gets us down to 36 now within Justin Tucker field goal range. So we are almost guaranteed points unless we throw a pick or something like that. I should have waited a second more to give him a little more time there.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Okay, we're going to see if we can get Davis or Higbee here. That was bad. Pressured, non-set feet, so that would happen. This is a tough one. I don't think we'll be able to make the yardage back. We're going to send Crowder on the slant, though. Okay, that's a good slant. And we get down to a 39. That's a 10-yard gain. However, that is not enough for first down. 46-yarder here by Justin Tucker. The wind is blowing towards us, so we can't rely on the wind to get us the rest of the way there. This should be good, but this is also Madden. So. Alright, field goal is good. Jets up 3-0 now. And that was a pretty good first drive. We made some good plays and made a few mistakes too, but let's hope that we can start taking advantage of that. Out comes former Jets quarterback Sam Darnold to try to lead his team to his first win in his new stadium here. 7-1 overall, so the overall is obviously in Zach Wilson's favor. However, the experience is in Sam Darnold. And yes, I do use the D-line, so I try not to have too much effect on the game outside of, after the throw, I'm trying to switch on and make a tackle. But for the most part, I use the D-line, because unless I get a sack or something, I don't often, help the game all that much. But Sam's already 2 for 2. Now, obviously, if you guys have any recommendations for anybody you want me to trade for Season 1 to make the team a little bit better, or if you know there's a glitchy person we can trade for that will help us break open a game, go ahead and let me know in the comments. But for now, let's go ahead and try to focus on, and that's roughly the pass.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty. Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
We actually have a pretty tough game here. I feel like Sam's getting the ball out way too quickly. I think I might have to turn down his accuracy a smidge. Oh, fumble force though.
And it's scooped up by the Jets.
And I do believe that was C.J. Mosley who picked that up. And
we have seen this before.
Alright, drive number 2. Hopefully we can get a score here. Let's hand off to Carter here, drive 1, and that's a nice run. Jukes him out sort of, breaks the tackle, and gets down to 33. Right back into Justin Tucker field goal range. So unless we throw a costly interception here, we should be getting points again this drive. Throw it off to Carter here. Nice. Oh no, that was Herndon. Nice. That was a 7-yard pickup there. So far, not too bad for Wilson. He doesn't have a lot of numbers currently. That was a dangerous throw. And there's a nice David Moore touchdown, I believe that was. No, Elijah Moore, the rookie, gets a touchdown here. And that puts us up 10-zip, pending this extra point. That also sets up a kickoff to end the first quarter. So, pretty good first 2 drives there. I might adjust their sliders a little bit if I feel like it's too easy. But I also don't want to make it to where like I can't throw any pass without it being intercepted. So. Try to make it a fun game to watch. So last play of the first quarter here, more than likely. And they get it to the tight end, which gets them down to 46 and sets them into a pretty good spot to start the second quarter here. They're not quite to the 50 yet. Ooh, nice tackle there. 2-yard loss there on McCaffrey.
Taste out of their mouth here. 2 yards the loss.
We made obviously some improvements in the team, but not a lot to where it should play better against a much better team. This right now, honestly, if we get rid of Anderson and McCaffrey, then we don't really have to worry about too much of the rest of this Carolina team. We don't have much to worry about them defensively, though they are a pretty stifling unit at times, so we'll have to be careful not to throw anything too risky. And that was a forced fumble again, but it went out of bounds. So they get a first down, 44 yards. Okay, Williams up the middle, and another fumble. I didn't adjust the fumble sliders at all. Both of them are still set at 50, so I'm not quite sure why so many fumbles happen. Hopefully they patch that so I don't have like 80 forced fumbles this year or anything like that. But we'll go ahead and snap the ball here. We'll look, throw away. We didn't want to take a risk there. We just got the ball and we definitely didn't want to give it right back to him. Fake handoff, play action, tosses it to Higbee. Ooh, nice tackle there, but gets us down to 47 and a first down. I'm not going to do anything too tricky like that. Elijah Moore's open. Almost juked the guy out, but still broke the tackle anyways. 7 for 9, 77 yards, and a touchdown for Wilson here. 2 for 52 for the fellow rookie there. Carter gets a nice run there, gets down to the 4. 49 yards by Carter isn't too bad. Alright, we're going to see if we can Herndon fullback run here. And that gets us in for a touchdown. I think if we score another touchdown and they don't score anything after that one, we'll probably have to go ahead and maybe play the moments to make this a little more of an interesting game. But 5:12 left in the second quarter, up 17-0 on Carolina. Isn't that surprising of a score, to be super honest, especially since I did make a few moves to make the offense a little better. I am surprised at how well the defense is playing.
Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring
but it's also Carolina. They're kind of in the same spot the Jets are, in a like pretty big rebuild type of situation. So this isn't that big of a deal if you consider that as part of the equation. However, any win is a win at this point for the Jets, and we cannot get picky about it. Sam Darnold has 8 for 8 so far, so he has a better completion percentage, but Wilson is currently winning the games. And that's another fumble. Darnold picks it up, though, and gives them a first down because of it. Forcing fumbles on CMC, pretty unrealistic, but like I said, didn't touch anybody's sliders for fumbles, so I'm not quite sure why I'm getting so many. I mean, yeah, I'm hit sticking them, but a lot of the times when you play all Madden in any way, shape, or form, it's like you can't force a fumble to save your life, so maybe it's just because it's the Panthers, who knows. Injuries are off. Let me know in the comments if you want me to put them on to make the game a little more challenging. Maybe we lose some pretty good players and we end up losing the game because of it in the later part of the season. So here we go. Okay, that was a good tackle on CMC. They're not quite in field goal range yet, so that's good. 3rd and inches, we make a stop here, they get no points. Likelihood is if they convert this, then they'll probably get points. And they convert it, but another forced fumble. I'm going to go down here just because I kind of want to get Wilson some more yardage. Give our offense a little more confidence here. And fake handoff, rolling out, finds nothing, and we're going to go out at the 49-yard line. Maybe give Carter a run here. He hasn't really given the running backs that much time to carry the ball, so we're going to go ahead and give him a carry. Gets stuck on the line there initially. 2-yard gain. No, that was Taylor there. Nice. 2-minute warning here. Up 17-0 and driving at the moment. We look, whoever this is going to get it. Carter, nice. Breaks almost 3 tackles there. 8 for 10, 88 yards, and a touchdown so far. Carter, another rookie that's getting quite a bit of playing time. Ooh, and a sack by Brian Burns there. Takes us back 8 yards. Davis is going to probably be the person we throw to here, and he is. Corey Davis gets us down to the 19. We're going to no huddle this and see if we can get a shock screen pass here to go our way. Obviously, if we go up by 24, we're probably just going to try to run clock in the second half, or just sim the rest of it and see if they can make it interesting. 3-yard pickup there. Let's go ahead and run Carter kind of up the middle here. And that basically instant shed ruined any chance at anything really good happening there. We're going to go ahead and do one more play here. Screen pass didn't work. Wilson goes on a run here and gets us down to the 8. No huddle and timeout at 4 seconds.
Left in this first half, a timeout call. The These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in.
They go ahead and let Justin Tucker kick us into the half. But hopefully a second field goal that will make this a 20-point game. Keep in mind Carolina does get the ball first, so we'll see what they do with it in the third quarter.
And the lead now increases to 20-0.
But great start to the game so far. We have a rushing touchdown by Higbee. We have some pretty good rushing performances in general going on. And we got Zach Wilson, his first career touchdown with 100-plus yards. So not too bad so far.
That's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last two drives.
Okay, and they're going to go ahead and go into the victory formation here to end the half on a kneel. Alright, so let me know in the comments as well if you guys want to watch the halftime. We're going to do it this time, but if you guys don't want to see it, then go ahead and comment below that you don't want to see it.
Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season.
Right, let's see who they take us
Let's take
to
our
first.
trip around the NFL. We'll start up in Orchard Park. A couple
Pittsburgh
of
and Buffalo. Okay, 21-14. Pittsburgh up. Interception by Josh Allen probably set that up.
From there, let's head off and check out a second game.
Okay, Jaguars and Texans. Ooh, Texans up 21-10. That's kind of shocking. But Deshaun Watson's playing in this universe, so that would explain a lot.
Let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's
Okay,
happening with the Washington
LA and
football team
Washington,
at home.
21-7. Herbert 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. This will be our second franchise kickoff, which will probably be happening on Saturday. So we'll see if we can duplicate this or get a better score.
It's been a back and forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right, let's see if the defense doesn't force a fumble here and actually gives us a chance to play better defense and just force a fumble.
We are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides
here we go.
of the ball. They got to find some way to string
So
something
Darnold
together
coming out in the gun like I
here.
think he's been doing most of the game.
Trying to find something to string together, get some
Gonna see if we can
consistency,
get
something
past this
sustained,
lineman here and
maybe
get our
calm
first
their
sack,
whole
and we
team
do
down
not.
and find a way to get back
Ooh,
in
hit
this
stick, but
because
McCaffrey
right now
doesn't
you're down
fumble.
big, you're
12 for
being
12,
shut out.
95
Let's see if
yards
this
for
is the drive
Darnold.
that
So he
kinda
has perfect
kickstarts
completion
it. 3
percentage,
yards
but
to
his
gain
yardage
there, second
isn't that
down.
great, all things considered.
Here's Darnold.
And he doesn't have a touchdown, so
Over the middle here to Rudolph.
nice tackle there. I believe C.J. Mosley is probably going to get that tackle.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Okay, field flip, auto
Trying to
flip,
get to the outside. This is McCaffrey.
and another fumble by. I was going to take that backwards, but I want a longer
And they are
field.
going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, these guys
All right, we're going to go into
wanted to
run
win this game.
clock
They
mode
needed an
here.
almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't
Hand
fit
off
into
to
that.
Carter, who gets us down to the 34. Pretty good start for him. Go ahead and run it again. If we get nothing, or we only pick up 1, we'll probably pass it next down. But for now, run play. And they stop us at 31, so inches go. We're going to see if we can QB sneak this and
In the first half, he was held in check on
get
the run, but
Wilson
despite
a
the
first
lack of
down on the
production,
ground
they still
here.
have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production
And
from
we
the
do.
lead horse,
2
that
yards.
would help open up this offense and widen this margin too. And
Alright,
when all
back
you want
to
do is keep
coach
your drive
suggestions
going,
here.
quarterback
Alright, we're
sneaks
going to
a
go with
great
the
call, and
run
then
pass
pick it up,
option
get
here.
a new set of downs.
Where it's going to most likely be the run play.
Fourth down quarterback sneak there, though it worked on third.
Here comes outside run here by Jonathan Taylor, who gets knocked out after being a 30.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up
Let's go ahead and do a
2nd and
draw
7.
play here with Carter again, but let's flip it so if he gets tackled, it'll be more in the middle of the field, making a field goal easier if we have to go that route.
Draw play, Carter. And he's going to get this
And
pretty close to a
20-yard line.
Stopped at the Panthers' 20-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This is gonna be a weird call, but we're gonna go ahead and go this route, and we're gonna see if we can maybe get more a good ball placement here. Get Crowder deep, do another slant route for him, and kind of snap it on time. So that now we definitely have to pass the ball. I thought it would adjust the route a little faster. That was on me.
And that'll set him back 5. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it
Crowder Davis is more the one that's on that side. I think he is.
Play action. It's Wilson.
Looks, and Brian Burns auto shed there basically.
They certainly had good starting
Field goal attempt now.
but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6
Justin
points that they were
Tucker
thinking about.
makes it again. 23 zip now.
And that will up the
So this will probably be, if they don't score anything on the next drive, we'll probably play maybe one more drive and then just sim the rest of it.
as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a
But
touchback.
Justin Tucker being one of the best, if not the best kicker still residing in the NFL is definitely something that helps us make the decision to just kick the ball.
They're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the
Okay, tackled Saquon, or I don't know why I said Saquon. CMC there for a gain of 6.
team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last
Just
possession.
keep using DT and hoping it works out. Ooh, spin move there by Robbie Anderson gets them down to 50. Gain of 19. So Sam Darnold might end this game with more yards than Zach Wilson, but will probably end up with a loss in his column this year. Don't know what you guys think, but I'd prefer having a touchdown and winning the game than having picture-perfect passing.
He finds his man complete. It's Moore. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That catch good for only a couple. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold again.
He gets past us.
And that's going to be another first down as the
10-yard
tackle
game
made at the
there.
Jets' 38
Right on the
yard
dot,
line.
too, might I add. So it looks like they're going to try to make us have to keep playing this game.
And some space here.
McCaffrey jukes. Damn it.
And they move
Okay.
this all the way down to
They're probably going to score here.
a big run there. 29 yards and a first.
And it'll make it a 16-point game. I might play one more. I want to see if I can maybe get Wilson another touchdown.
Had the game he expected,
But that's only if they end up actually scoring here.
That gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially
More
that first half.
specifically, they got to score a touchdown here for me to actually go for a passing touchdown next drive.
from busting this open. That's
Wilson hasn't thrown a pick, so I don't want to risk it if I don't need to. We're going to keep the passes short and medium. Ooh, 5-yard pickup there by CMC now. However, that'll end the second or the third quarter probably on that play. I might quick snap it here. I would have if I was them. It'll give them a full quarter to work with, but they can definitely score here. I can definitely tell that much.
This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
We can try to disrupt it here, and we actually do. Knock down the pass. Now, do they go for a field goal? No, they're going for it. We're going to go ahead and go for coverage here. They're going to probably score here, though.
They're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Oh, yeah. CMC, though. Second, we didn't get that auto shed to disrupt in the backfield, give our guys time. They are going to go for it here and try to get 2, so it's a 15-point game.
So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence.
Darnold, he lost
Ooh, sack, fumble. Unfortunately, we have to fall on top of it. No chance of running that one back for 2 more points, but...
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the
Alright, so they're kicking it off. We're up 17. We'll see if maybe we can get Wilson a little more stats here, but we're not going to try to do anything too crazy.
fumbled if I was
You
down
would
there.
not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. A big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true.
Okay,
And that's when it's really
looking. Ooh,
difficult
and that's
because
Elijah Moore?
defensively, you can have a
No,
game
that's
plan
Crowder.
and
Oh,
try to
we're
count
probably
all
going to
the
score
things
here.
you've seen on tape,
No, we're not.
the way that they run their plays,
We get down to there 27, 11 to 14, 171 yards, and a touchdown for Wilson. We won't quite get him to 200, but we'll probably be able to at least get another touchdown on his ledger here. Tyler Croft, though, gets us down to 1. Alright, we're going to go ahead and try to see if we can get this in with Wilson, maybe get him a rushing touchdown instead of a passing one here, since those will still count towards his Rookie of the Year campaign. No huddle here. It'll also burn time by us trying it twice. Okay, one more try here to get him a touchdown on the ground.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Might just go for it on fourth if we don't get him here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go in now. And it is a touchdown on the third try. So Zach Wilson gets his first passing and rushing touchdown on this game. We're going up by 24 here with this extra point. Great start to the game. Hopefully we can stop him one more time. Maybe get Wilson to... Oh, that's a bad kick. They'll be able to return that. Hopefully we can get Wilson at least those extra 5 to 10 yards, something like that, so we can get him above 200 in his debut. Yeah, we probably need about a 15 actually, because Brian Burns did sack him earlier in the game, so he lost yardage there. Ooh, another fumble. Darnold, however, we have not let Darnold beat us. It was CMC getting into the end zone on the ground, so we haven't been humiliated by Darnold yet. Ooh. Okay. Up to the 46. They'll probably, if they score here, that'll be still make the score look a little better for them.
Can you tell what I played? Yeah, you played defense. I'll let you go. I took a shot.
A garbage times. Ooh, a nice sack there, though. 11-yard sack by Quentin Williams there.
Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack.
Ooh, CMC, but he goes backwards, so he actually lost some yardage there.
Got him a couple extra on the play. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. That is caught.
Ooh, he gets it, of course.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They're going to have over 200 pass yards, unfortunately, though. So that'll fail our defensive goal for the game.
On first down, Darnold over the middle, complete.
Nice fumble, though. Ooh. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go down. We're going to try not to allow them to get the ball back. They have a very minimum amount of yardage left, so I don't want us to fail our defensive goal because we wanted to get, greedy with points.
Absolutely. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
Taylor starts us off in a big way there.
Midfield just a yard or two shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Remember, we are in 2 clock mode here, so drag route here.
The third running back taken the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them.
Okay.
1,169
that wasn't open.
Third most in the NFL. By the last quarter of the season,
go ahead and let Taylor try to get another decent run here.
Some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this inside
Nice
the
14-yard carry
46
there
yards
by
now on the
Jonathan
ground on
Taylor.
just 7 carries. All right, I gotta ask you,
Okay,
with
we're
these
going to go
RPOs,
back to coach
essentially the quarterback
suggestions
has three
because I don't
options,
like
right? So
that they're
what's different
just
from
suggesting the
that
same like
versus
4
the triple
plays
option that
on.
we see the service academies run at the college level?
I don't like
As a
using the
general
same
rule,
like
triple
3
option
4
at the college
plays.
level, most things are called outside of the quarterback
Okay,
faking
Higbee.
it to the runner and then keeping it himself.
Okay,
and maybe
Higbee
having
gets
a
us
trail
down to
back.
19.
What I
That'll
mean
end
is,
the.
in the NFL,
That'll take us
that
down
option
to
to throw
2-minute
the
warning.
all
They'll
comes
still have
about
3
organically.
timeouts.
It's a
If they
natural
use
deal
them,
based on
cool.
reads.
If
In
not,
college, if you're
then
gonna
obviously
call
this
the
game
triple
will end
option,
pretty
you've actually
quickly.
called that play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Thankfully, we didn't allow them to get that 2-point conversion. Okay, Carter with a run here. Nice. Now okay, they don't use the timeouts.
7 yards there and a first
So that's
down.
good. I'm not going to take a knee anyway because they might end up using it if we don't get, pick up a first down. Carter going to get us down to the 4 now. So that was Taylor that got us down to the 4.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I'm going to toss this off to Carter, give him one more opportunity to get the ball. I thought he ran forward. Okay. This will be the last play probably of the game here.
This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
Okay, we just let the time run out there. Okay, so it was a great week 1 performance. So we're going to advance the week, see if we got any trade offers, and then we'll probably end the episode there. Obviously, this game doesn't really tell us a lot about our team. The Panthers are in the same boat we are, kind of rebuilding, trying to develop players to work with. But 24-point win week 1, we can't get too stingy with wins, especially since we're the Jets. 14-18, 205 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 picks. Rushing, we have 61 yards for Taylor, 39 for Wilson, and a touchdown. That's already 100 yards for rushing. 62 for Carter, so we had 162 yards on the ground, 164 yards on the ground, 166 yards on the ground. Receiving wise, 23 for Carter, 19 for Higbee, 80 for Davis, 53 and a touchdown for the rookie Moore, 26 for Croft, 7 for Herndon, and -3 for Taylor. 2 pancakes by Mackay, 1 sack allowed by Michael Carter, who is obviously a halfback, so can't be too mad about that. Myers and Joyner both get tackles for loss. Joyner we will probably still end up trading just because he's 30 and he'll start regressing pretty soon. Our lone sack was by Quentin Williams, who kind of helped us keep them from scoring that drive. No interceptions. Forced fumbles, we had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We had 8 forced fumbles by a multitude of players. 5 recoveries, not too bad. 3 for 3 for Justin Tucker, as we expect. All of them were, I'm pretty sure, in the... Yeah, one was in the 29 range. The other 2 were in the 49 range. So... And we did not... Nobody actually had to punt this game. So that was a pretty good all-around game. We just didn't make the mistakes they did. So we'll see what our franchise points look like, or our coaching points, or whatever you want to call them, look like. There'll probably be at least a couple upgrades, I would think, after that game. As you can see, we did allow a conversion on 4th, so we didn't get that, but we did get the passing yardage and that type of stuff. So, Mackay Becton here gets an upgrade. We're going to put this into Agile, which will give him pass block finesse and run block finesse. Good upgrade. Noah Dawkins will get a pass coverage upgrade here. Awareness and man coverage go up for him. We don't know if he'll be part of our long-term plans, but he has 90 speed. He's 24, so he's still developable. This guy we're just going to give agile to. He's never really going to be a starter for us. Always going to be a backup. If we do end up turning injuries on, he might be useful to us. But right now, he's kind of just there, just to fill out the roster. But 24-point game here. I think I did these off stream. So let me see if I actually like set up anything for these and if we get any rewards for them. Pretty sure regardless we actually probably won whatever challenge it was, because we had 275 I think pass yards, and then we had the well over 100 rush yards. Okay, let's see. All defensive backs get 400 plus, and we get 10 staff points for that. That's pretty good. Now, what was the second thing? Rookie QB1. Okay, so this will give him a boost to probably 2 of his ratings for a couple games, I think, or it'll give him some XP. Zach Wilson has earned 1K experience. That might be enough to give him an upgrade, actually, but we'll see when we send the next week. Okay, so pretty good in week 1. Let's see if we got any offers for Joyner here. He's a 30-year-old, so I don't expect us to get too much for him. So upgrade, we'll have to see who we have upgrades for here. Quan Hampton, he's a backup free safety, but we'll go ahead and, since he will be backing up, like, number 1 backup, we'll go ahead and upgrade him. Cornerback, we're going to go ahead and upgrade him. I'm pretty sure he's a young guy, too. Don't let Lamar Jackson fool you. It's not that Lamar Jackson. Elijah Campbell, another corner. I don't know if most of these guys are even going to be in our long-term plan at all, but we'll see. You know, backup depth, all that stuff. Ashton Davis here. Put this in the hybrid. Obviously, it keeps that 1 awareness by 2, man coverage by 1, play rec by 2, and tackle by 1. He'll be starting when we trade away Davis here in just a second. Zach Wilson, we're going to put this in the improviser. Doesn't make his overall go up, but it gives him throw accuracy deep by 1 and throw under pressure by 3. So his throw under pressure is up to an 82, so we can probably accurately throw the ball at least a little bit better if there's somebody in his face. Go ahead and go to slot since it upgrades just about everything. Acceleration by 1, awareness by 3, play rec by 1, and tackle by 1. Pretty good there. Brashawn Austin here. We'll go ahead and just put this in the man-to-man because we'll eventually have to go man-to-man. 3-man coverage, 2 tackle. That's pretty good. And Marcus May, the last very, important player we got on the team to upgrade. Put that in the hybrid. Awareness 1, man 3, press and pursuit by 1 apiece as well. And the rest of these guys will go ahead and auto upgrade. Let's go ahead and see what LaMarcus Joyner, what we can get from him, and then hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. Review offers, he's a 79 overall 30-year-old, so I don't expect that much for him. 5th round this year or 5th round next year. This is a retirement home, so that will just be for the memes. And they, I think, actually already have a free safety, so we'll go ahead and send him over to Arizona for a 5th rounder this year. With that does open a roster spot, so we'll go ahead and see what we can find in the free agency pool to work with here. Probably won't find anything too crazy, but, there might be a surprise in here. We're just kind of looking earlier, so we kind of know what we're expecting. Le'Veon Bell's here, but I don't think I want him. Wayne Gellman, don't really want him. Fullback, we don't really need, even if there was one. Larry Fitz, some good speed here, but nobody I'd want to keep around for very long. Dan Arnold's there, that's not bad. We got some old guys here on the line that we can maybe bring in, but I don't see the need to since we're not going to have injuries on. Left outside, Cameron Wick as a one-year guy might be good here, but he doesn't have any depth traits, so we'll skip on him. Maybe middle linebackers. Damian Wilson, not going to do that. Ifedi Ndin Igbo. We'll go ahead and sign him to a $2.25 million contract for 1 year. And with that, that'll end the first episode of Jets franchise. For the next one, we'll obviously be playing the game against the Patriots. Probably won't play out as well as the Carolina game did, but who knows? Any given Sunday. We'll go ahead and set our goals for next week. This week once we start playing the game, and then we'll see if you guys have any recommendations in the comments for people to trade for. We'll also see who needs to get re-signed. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.